Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the Captain America book tag. This was created by Emma over at Lions and Tigers and Books. Oh my! She didn't tag me, but I commented on her video saying that I would do the tag, so I'm doing it. Yay! Getting over my fear. And the first question in the tag is Captain America, a book you read before it was popular. And for me, that was Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I hadn't heard about this online, at least I don't remember hearing about it online. I was at my local library and I was checking out the young adult section and it was there. Picked it up and I loved it. Loved it. Question 2. Winter Soldier or Bucky Barnes? A book that you read but you don't remember. And for me, that was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I read my library's copy of this book, which was this cover. And by the time that Sarah J. Maas's Assassin's Blade, the bind-up of the novellas, came out, I had completely forgotten what had happened in Throne of Glass. So by that point, I bought myself a copy, but with the new, beautiful covers. And I still can't remember what the heck happened, so I'm screwed if I want to try and read Crown of Midnight. Number 3. Peggy Carter, a character who has a side you weren't expecting. Kinda cheating, kinda not. For me, this character is Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, but more specifically, the Black Widow that is in Margaret Stohl's book, Forever Red, which is supposed to be canon in the Marvel Universe.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Natasha has a brother, and after that's revealed, she is very maternal, trying to protect him, trying to protect Ava, who's this other girl in the book, and that's just not something I expected from Natasha, and it's very different from the cold, calculated, if not flirty, Natasha that we get in the movies. So that was very exciting. Moving on to question number 4. Dr. Erskine, a book you believed in despite people hating it. And for me, that was the last book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, Blood of Olympus. I know many people didn't like the end of the series. They said, like, they didn't get enough closure from it, but I actually really liked it. And it was the first Percy Jackson related book that I bought myself, so it's kind of sentimental. Number 5. Phil Coulson, an author you're obsessed with and would totally fangirl over if you ever met them. And for me, that is Karen Kinsey. I only have one of her books with me, and it's one I haven't read yet, and it's a sequel, and it's called Storms of Lazarus. From what I've read of her work, I've just loved every bit of it, whether it's contemporary, fantasy, steampunk. It's just my thing. She knows how to write books that I like. And I think I would really fangirl over her if I ever met her. Number 6. Red Skull, a book character who hides behind an organization to get what they want. And for me, that would be Lancelot. From K.M. Shea's King Arthur and Her Knights of the Round Table. He is a Knight of the Round Table, begrudgingly given that title from King Arthur, even though she is from our time and she knows that there's a love triangle between King Arthur and Guinevere and Lancelot, so she doesn't always trust him, and she has good reason not to trust him because Lancelot is a douchebag, big time. He is just there to get what he wants, to expose King Arthur, I forgot her name, to use him to just get a bigger head because he has an ego as big as that. Number 7. Falcon or Sam Wilson, a book that you found recently that you loved. And this is a book that my roommate let me borrow and forced me to read, and I absolutely loved it. And that is Sherilyn Kenyon's Fantasy Lover. Despite not the best title and not the best cover, I really loved the story and the concept and the idea of this guy being trapped in a book and only summoned by women who are desperate and horny, with the exception of Grace, who did it as a joke, was drunk and summoned him, and she didn't want to have sex with him immediately, and that is just, I really loved it. Read it. Go read it. Go read it. Go read it. Go read it. And finally, question 8, Civil War. Name 5 book characters you would want on your team. Number 1, straight off the bat, would have to be Merlin. Cheating a little, but it's a book. It's a book. Because he's because he's immortal, he's powerful, he can command dragons, and he's also adorable. Next, I would have Selena Sardothian from the Throne of Glass, because she's a kick-ass assassin who loves reading books.
I was not prepared for this question.
And on my team, the third person I would pick would have to be Mark Watney from The Martian, because he's hilarious and he's a botanist, and I think he could be useful, though maybe not kick-ass as much. And the fourth person I would pick to be on my team would be Max from Maximum Ride. Why not have a person with wings be on your team? And she's kind of strong. Yeah, not prepared for this at all. And the last person on my team I would have would be Cinder from the Lunar Chronicles. She's a mechanic, she's a cyborg, and she has her lunar gift, which is always handy. Thanks for watching. I am so sorry that this is so awkward. I wanted to do this tag, but at the same time I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to looking at this camera. And just in case they see this and want to do this tag, I'd like to tag Christine from Poland Bananas Books, Jessi from Jessi the Reader, Molly from Magical Molly, and Jessica from Prices Wong. Bye!